we have a tech talk presented by Ms. Bharka Sharma, CEO of Bash.ai. I welcome you, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. Hi, I am. It's pleasure to be here. Thank you. So, ma'am has covered a lot of aspects of AI, and I'll try to cover a bit of it. Here, we will start as the topic is which I am, so women in data science. I'm going to share my experiences with Bash and what I have observed and learned from the industry around. So it's important to understand where technology stands right now and how data science can thrive using these technologies. Since all of you would be joining major companies in coming years, it's important for you to understand what tools do you have in hand and how have we reached there. Can someone help me with the slides, please? All right, here we see where do we use data. As you can see, to start with, I will keep it very simple. I'm sure most of you would be knowing how to use data in your previous jobs and in the projects in college. So we'll get to the point. You can either use it for product development, decision making, and automation. So shall we? I think you all are aware of what is supervised and unsupervised learning. Yeah. Okay, then I'll not go to the definition of it. I'll give a simple example. For example, we have a kid. We train the kid to see, okay, this is a three-seater sofa. All right. So when the kid sees the sofa again, it will say, he will say, or she will say, it's a sofa. But again, if there is a L-shaped sofa, the kid will see and kid will say, okay, this is also sofa. So the previous part was supervised learning and the later part was unsupervised learning, right? Moving to decision making. So it uses predictive analytics to predict useful metrics and trends for your businesses, be it operations, sales, marketing, or HR. All these decisions should have supported data. So when you're starting a new project, as I think ma'am also mentioned it, when you're starting a new project or launching something, a new product, you need data. Now, I think many would be looking for placements and many would be thinking कब college से निकलें और start करें अपना खुद का business. So before you start your own business, get data. Do not push without that. Moving to the automation. Automation is simple. Like I'll give simple example with Bash. In Bash, how we automated, it's basically repetitive task. If someone wants a payslip, you don't have to directly go to the HRMS, look for payslip kahan se download karni hai. You can directly download. I think you all have worked, you might have used attendance systems like biometric. Yes? So 30 seconds of your morning, 30 seconds of your evening. 60 seconds, 2,000 employees, 60 seconds multiply by 2,000. So now you can calculate, do the maths, kitna time waste ho raha hai. Right? So automation is gonna increase your productivity, save time, save money for your management team. Correct? I think you should also get this done here. So now it's important to know how we have reached here. Rise of AI as we see it. Story of ImageNet and AlexNet and the rise of neural net. All thanks to the women in data science, Fifi Lee. Since we are here to discuss about women in data science, we should not forget Fifi Lee. It's basically, first ImageNet came, and then came the AlexNet. It was actually Fifi Lee who made a very important point. Our vision was that big data would change the way machines learning work. Data drives learning. So this is a very important point. You guys should note it. Majority of people say that data science is being driven by machine learning, whereas it's other way around. It's completely other way around. Machine learning is driven by data science. Now, what was ImageNet and AlexNet? So it all started in 2010 when Fifi Lee thought that, okay, there's a lot of data which is untagged. What if we tag it for us and other researchers? She actually thought of hiring Princeton graduates for $10 per hour. But then she calculated it's gonna take 90 years to get this task done. So what she did, she then looked for automation to do this particular task and put up a challenge online. This challenge was known as ImageNet, which was classifying objects on different images, and the numbers were in millions. Challenge lasted till last year. Major change in AI world occurred in 2012 when Alex, I can not pronounce his second name, it's very tough, please Google it. He was a computer vision guy. He thought that why don't I train neural nets to do this task for me? And that when AlexNet was introduced with 8 layers just, it actually outperformed the other models by 41%. I guess 45%. The last year of ImageNet challenge, the accuracy reached 97.3%, surpassing even human abilities. And that just goes to show how AlexNet coming into play changed the AI world. Next. So, but what it also means is that the cost of compute has gone really high ever since AlexNet came up. AlexNet had 8 layers, and then came DeepMind's AlphaGo, which had over 1 billion layers. It came in 2017. And I'm sure in 2020, there will be many more like GAN-based neural networks, which will again have many more layers. What it simply means is that if AlexNet was a bicycle, then AlphaGo probably is a Ferrari. I'll not say was, is a Ferrari. So what does it mean? It will need more fuel, and more fuel here is GPUs and data. So the cost of compute is going to be high, but it's only training cost. Inference cost has gone low by tech developers by NVIDIA and Intel. Example for, let's take example of a red light. You call it signal here? Yeah, we call it red light there. When you are jumping it, at the edge there is a model deployed, which is basically to detect your number from your number plate. But that model has been trained by many number plates. How many are here from North India? Only 5. Okay, no props. So if you are probably from North India, you must have noticed vehicles with number plates written Gujar or Mama's gift or Daddy's gift. Have you? So this training data is added to that list also. So that is what the fuel means. Next slide. Luckily for us, crypto industry has gone bust and GPU prices have stabilized. So that means, what that means is you can keep building better Ferraris, I meant faster neural networks, but your cost of fuel will remain constant, probably go down, and that's a big benefit. That is where this particular development brought into the place. The story of GANs. It was Ian Goodfellow who launched first GAN in 2014. Here, there are 2 networks. One is discriminator. Please, this is the future GAN. You need to really go back and read about it if you are gonna do something in data science. So here there were 2 networks. One is discriminator and another is generator. Where generator network has training data, it will replicate that data and create similar data, whereas other network has to identify is it fake or original. In the hindsight, how it helps is with less amount of data, we can generate more quality data, but this comes at a huge cost for compute. Just to explain how GANs work, using a real life example. So there's a bank who wants to automate the process of people not wearing helmet in ATMs. So they want that key. If anyone enters the ATM with helmet, there should be a buzzer that goes off, a noise sound. How they are going to do that? They don't have enough data. Now, from where they'll get data? They'll go to YouTube videos and try to figure out people wearing helmets to train data further. Or probably they'll download movie PK and train Amir Khan and using GAN and train it further, so that they have enough data of people wearing helmets. So that way they can generate millions of images of people wearing helmets. Not actually Amir Khan, but yes, many images. So see this, one of the key issues we face is lack of data. That is very important in data science. If you don't know how to filter data and get it into use, no use of how much number of data you have. So can we use data to create synthetic customers to look like our newly acquired portfolio and use this to augment our database and build superior and stable credit risk models? That's what I answered just. When we are starting up, data could be challenged for sure. This I have been saying since start. So most people in AI forget that the hardest part of building a new AI solution or product is not the AI or algorithm, it is the data collection and labeling. Standard data sets can be used as validation or a good starting point for building a more tailored solutions. So these are few data sets which are available free of cost over the web. Like ImageNet, we just discussed. You can go and train your own models there. There are different images. If you want to build a self-driving car and you want, okay, a dog is here and the car should stop, you can train using dog images and get it done. This MNIST, this takes your handwritten handwritings and uses it. So that if there is a fraud signature and all, it can be detected. Again, simple example is Wikitext. Now, whatever is available on Wikipedia is converted into speech. Whatever was there, it's already there now. So it's a huge list. This is just few names. If you want this list, it's a big list, you can contact me. I'll share the list with you. I will be happy to share the entire data. Not the data, the list data you have to extract yourself. Next. All right, so we have discussed enough about data science, GANs and neural networks, ImageNet and AlexNet. So now very important point is, as data scientist, most of you are going to be data scientists, so just remember, as data scientists, you need to be aware which data you can use and which data you can't. There's a huge liability to it for your company and for yourself. Models could be built. You can build models, but you have to understand the legality of it. Till now, this study hasn't been done. India में law ही नहीं था अभी तक. So be ready. So there's this law which was passed last year by Lok Sabha. It has gone to Rajya Sabha, and I'm looking forward for it to pass. I'm sure it's going to be passed. It is Data Protection Bill. You should read it. Even I'm reading it abhi. So you will get to know कि कौन सा data आप use कर सकते हो, कौन सा नहीं. Because if you will use wrong data, जेल तक जा सकते हैं. So we have to be very careful. I got to know that Jubilant ने अभी already बहुत सारी companies में, Jubilant का मेरे को sure है, Jubilant ने already अपने 4 lawyers लगा लिए हैं जो ये data पढ़ रहे हैं. Who is going through this particular law bill. So if you want this, I have the download. I'll share it with you. You should go through it. Okay, all right, thank you so much. If you need any information related to this, I hope I was not too technical. If there are any doubts, I hope you have noted down and you can get in touch with me after this. Thank you so much.